Hey, got a trade recap. Let's pause the music. Absolutely vibing to that house jazz. Took sells today. Very nice sells. I got in a bit late because Friday PA was very choppy and I wasn't wanting to give back any profits to the market this week. Just wanted to end the week on green, which we did, so that's a win. But we will go through it. We'll go through the setup. So, coming into early hours in the morning, just hide all of this. Coming into early hours in the morning, go to the 1 hour. You can see this big rally up. Big rally. Okay, we sweep this high, sweep this high, we sweep this high, and then we just got this high resistance high because it's created a new low. Right? So, that's it on EU. On DXY, basically the same. Where are we? Been that here. Oh yeah, you get this big run down. Okay, we sweep this, sweep this, sweep this. Most importantly, we sweep this. Right, this is an external low, but it's like the external low, the actual whole range, I'm guessing. No, I'll still call that low, that the high, that the low. So we sweep that, and that's a weak low anyway because. I want to say that's a weak low because although it put a high above this high, this low put a high above this high. It's like, it's just one bullish candle up and then it's two bearish candles down. It's I feel like this is just one move down with two lows. That's, I don't know, it's messing with my brain a little bit. Regardless, I'm gonna start confusing myself, overthinking things, just trying to fucking deep it. We sweep this low and then we close now. On the 4 hour, very nice close. Let me take this back on now. So we sweep this low and then that's at midnight. And then at 4 a.m. we've displaced away, strong displacement away. Go to E, wow, it's hot in my room. Go to EU. We have the exact same thing. But we don't sweep the high. We don't sweep this high. See that high? See how it's like inverse? You got this low, you got this low, you got that candle, you got that candle, you got that candle, you got that candle. This doesn't get swept on EU. This does get swept on the DXY. Okay, which is still valid. And then look on the 4 hour. Right, obviously we do still sweep highs here. We sweep this high, we sweep this high, and then we sweep a 1 hour high here. We have this big rejection candle close at 2 a.m. and at 6 a.m. you have 4 hour candle closure away, which is great confirmation. I might have to turn my fan back on in a minute. So we get this run down. Now, originally I had 4 buys, but in hindsight I didn't look at this rejection candle, and that's very nice, and this displacement away just like on a higher time frame, which tells me sells. Okay, so coming into this, we trade back inside the range, we then retrace a little bit, we come down, yeah, we got a strong displacement away, we retrace, And then we're about to, this is basically going to be the continuation, right? And on this is where I was looking for my entry, so delete this shit. Okay. Now this is all the simple dimple stuff. Come down, 5 minute internal break, 5 minute gap, 5 minute retrace. Now I didn't enter off this because I just wanted to watch price action for a minute. And it seemed, well, it just was so choppy. So from, when did we trade into it? Like 8. From about, rough call it 8 till about 9, a whole hour we're chopping in this gap, which I didn't like. Friday PA, I'm not trying to give anything to the market. I did previously just go buy somewhere here, and then I closed out at break even because I was like, nah. I didn't see the higher time frame. When I looked at the higher time frame and I looked at the 15 minute, and that was a wick rejection on the 15 minute, but it was a breaker structure on the 5 minute, higher time frame holds higher power. And I was like, nah, it's gonna go down. It sells. So I closed that out quickly and basically got ready. Now, once we got these 3 candles coming down, I was like, okay, now that's good confirmation. But you got to think at this point, you know, your entry is gone from here to here, and it's a little bit shit, but that Friday PA, man, you know, it's one of them ones, man. When I'm seeing these sort of candles, I ain't the most confident. So nice displacement, nice gap. We tap into it on the 1 minute, and then I'm just straight enter. Stops was like above these highs. Original TP was at the external low of the range because this high on EU failed to put in. Let's have a look on the 4 hour. Well, yeah, pretty much this high. I don't know, because if we're looking at the external range, well, pretty much we sweep these. Pretty much we sweep these 4 hour highs. Go to the 1 hour. We sweep this high as well. So all of this gets swept, and then we reject away. That's my sweep. And then my target was originally this low. Like, not originally, but like my final target. Now, I would have held. I took out at this first low here, just below, well, basically Asia lows. I took out at Asia lows. Because I didn't like, look at this PA, bro. Look at this PA. Just chop. And I was not liking it. I was like, nah, I ain't trying to leave risk on the table. And it's a good job I did, because if I kept holding till about here, I would have more than likely moved this to break even, and then got stopped out by this Diddy Wick, which loves to happen randomly. And it's another reason why I don't like always moving to break even my positions. The amount of time that's caught me out is unreal. And then for it just to come and move to the direction, it actually took out every draw that I had marked out on the downside. Like the true external, probably, you could say that, but I'll say this is like the external of this move. Then it makes a high, and then we got the low down here. Completely, you know, obliterates through, but it just took so long. And then you get this Diddy candle here at 1, from an entry at basically 8 in the morning. It's a long hold. Not something I'm trying to leave running on a Friday. But on the DXY, very nice. The exact same setup. You know, sweep this. Oh, let's have a look. Yeah, no, this is low resistance low, because it's hiding putting a new low anyway. So that's a weak low. this high put in a new low, so that's a strong low, and this low, this high puts in a new low, so that's a strong high. Still get swept anyway, but then this low doesn't. I'm just calling this. Also, the higher time frame doesn't put in, it just sweeps. So this could be a target actually for next week. Yeah, I feel like it's sort of, this is what I'm seeing anyway. You guys can let me know if I'm tweaking. Oh. That's what I'm seeing. First entry not taken. Yeah, I didn't take the first entry, so obviously I scaled in after this. Ended on this move. Took out here 1%. Yeah, DXY sweeps, but EU doesn't, which is fine. Targets on liquidity. To me, was this external row? Well, this lowered a range of this range. This internal high doesn't get put in a good. That can be a weak high anyway, and this high doesn't put in a new low, and then this low puts in a new high basically, but it then sweeps liquidity and then comes back down and targets this. So we put a new high. So this is like a strong high. I wonder if it's a strong low on DXY. I mean, it's a strong low against the previous low. Should be probably this actually. I'm gonna close through that, but it didn't pass this. So it is a strong high, but that's a weak low because it didn't close above, didn't put in a new high above here, and this high is also weak because it didn't create a new low. So both of these were targets on liquidity and both got hit. 4 hour, the highest time frame, shows strong rejection and displacement away. Yeah, so this is something at the time I didn't actually properly look at, was how the 4 hour candle had closed and what it looked like basically on the higher time frame. It's something that gets forgotten about a little bit when you're always looking for entry. But I mean, you can see clearly this big rejection wick over these highs, these highs, these highs. Same with DXY. I already explained this, but you know, this high, this low, this low, this low, this low, this low, this low. Oh, this whole underneath range gets taken. But this is internal structure. That's the highest. That's the highest leg. Internal. Hopefully I'm not like. Yeah. Much better. So yeah, that's the external. These are the internals. And you can see on the internals how they're failing to make a new high, and how the high is failing to make new lows. And then we make this low does make a new high. Well, these are all internal anyway, so these are draws on liquidity for the what's it? For the cells. Yeah, actually, I think that's it. Very good price action. Just really slow price action. We're still moving here. It's kind of crazy. But that's it for now. Next week we run it again. See what market brings us. Peace.